Happy holiday season from all the chefs here at Well-Build's Kitchen. I'm Sean Copeland, and today we're going to be making some au jus. Thank you to Chef Ted for hanging on to his beef ribs that he cooked from his prime rib earlier today. So we're going to be cooking our au jus on our Garland induction hob. All right, we're going to start out. I'm going to bring out all my mise en place, and we're going to get going. All right, so we're going to get our hob going here. Pretty hot, nice quick heat. We're going to start out with a little bit of oil. Let that heat up, and we're just going to soften up a little bit of carrots and celery to get it started. Give it a little bit of depth of flavor. Look at that, pan's hot already. Hasn't even been 20 seconds. Okay, so we're just going to stir our veggies around. Let them start softening up. As you can see, the pan's nice and hot already. No pan, no heat. Okay, our carrots are cooking up nicely. As you can see, I just diced these up pretty large. This is just to give the jus good flavor. It's all going to be strained off later. I'm going to throw in a little bit of rosemary and thyme. Like I said, it's just for flavor. And a few of Chef Andy's awesome bay leaves. I know everybody loves bay leaves here. Now I also have some of Chef Ted's leftover seasoning that he used for the prime rib. So you got some herbs in there, different salts and peppers, kind of keeping with the same flavor profile. Just going to season that up nice. Throw it all in there, give it a stir. Vegetables are starting to get soft. So now I'm going to go ahead and get my beef bones that we reserved from the prime rib. Thank you, Chef Ted, again. We've got a nice little caramelization on our celery and carrots in there. We're going to take a couple of beef bones. I don't think we're going to need all of them. We're going to nestle them in there and get a little caramelization on them. Kind of start our fond on the bottom of the pan. Okay? I'm going to put these back in the cooler in case we want to use them for later. Looks like we're getting nice caramelization on our vegetables. Aromatics are doing well. Rosemary and thyme in there. So now I'm going to hit it with a little bit of red wine. And I'm going to go ahead and hit it with a little bit of Worcestershire sauce also. We're going to give it a little bit of a stir. Okay. Very good, nice and saucy. That red wine is reduced a little bit. Okay. Now we get a little store-bought brown stock. We're basically going to just cover the bones. Okay, so we're going to let this go. We're going to let it come up to a simmer. And then after that, we're going to finish our au jus. So our au jus is going to work its holiday magic, and we're going to let it here. We're going to get into our creamy Dijon horseradish sauce. Now this creamy Dijon horseradish sauce goes great with the au jus. You got people who like their prime rib with the au jus, you got them who like it with the horseradish sauce, or if you're like me, you just like it with both. So we're going to give it a go. Everybody can make this at home. We've got our bowl that we're going to put it in. We have our bowl that we're going to mix it in. Okay, and then it's basically going to be combining all the ingredients into the bowl, mixing thoroughly, and that's it. Put it at the dinner table, good to go. So let me grab my ingredients out of the Delafield over here. Here we go. So this is rocket science right here. Okay? We have mayonnaise, roughly half a cup there, in the bowl. Sour cream, half a cup, in the bowl. Dijon mustard, that's an extra little kick. Goes great. You could easily go without the Dijon, but it's a nice touch. I like it extra spicy, so I'm going about 4 tablespoons of prepared horseradish. right in the bowl. Look at that. And just a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, just for taste, okay? You can also add a little bit of Tabasco sauce if you want in there. You could add some green onions if you like. And I always like to finish mine off with a little bit of fresh cracked black pepper and a touch of salt, okay? And we're just gonna take that and we're just gonna mix it until it's well incorporated. Our au jus is doing good over on the hob. See little sprigs of rosemary and thyme sticking out of there. All those great holiday flavors coming together. And here we go. Creamy Dijon horseradish. Okay? Then you could yell for Mom, Mom, go put this on the table, it's ready. So, our au jus has been simmering now for about 35 to 40 minutes, and it's time to finish it off. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start by we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take out our bones. Okay? Look at those, they've cooked down nice. For the sake of what we're doing, we're just gonna discard them, but you might have that crazy aunt that wants to chew on them for a while. Okay? Just take a little bit of that extra flavor town off of there. Okay? And then we're gonna go and we're gonna depulage off any impurities on top here, okay? So we're gonna skim this stuff off. It's just a little bit of fats. We don't have to get too crazy with it. Just any big glaring pockets. Okay? It's good enough. And just for the sake of ease, we have another pan ready to go with our strainer in there. And we're just going to transfer everything over. Okay. A little shake. You can discard that. So we got it back on. It was at a simmer before. We're going to crank it up. Go full throttle. And then we're going to start adding in our roux. So our roux is basically equal parts butter, flour, cooked down to a nice nutty golden brown color. Really has a nutty aroma when you're cooking it. And this is going to give it some flavor, and it's also going to thicken our jus a little bit. It's going to take a little bit. Depending on how thick you want it is up to you. We're here at a rolling boil. We're going to put a little bit of roux in there, and we're going to whisk it. And the roux is also going to give it a little bit depth of flavor, right? It's going to change the color and clarity a little bit. Once that roux is dissolved fully in your au jus, you can really tell the difference in the smell. It's like meat perfume. Got a nice little sheen from the fats in there. We'll just let that fully incorporate. And as it's thickening, you're going to see a little bit of a difference in the bubbles. As it starts to get a little bit thicker, the bubbles will get bigger. There we go. She is rolling. Absolutely rolling now. So it looks like we've got about 25 more seconds of stirring, and I think our au jus is going to be just about perfect. I'm going to turn it down and let it settle here just for a second. All right. And we are going to finish up by putting in whatever you want to serve your au jus in. Of course, I put it in a really big pot in case Aunt Linda wants to put her whole queen cut prime rib in there. And always a quick taste, just for good measure. It's just about perfect. All right. Well, thank you for joining us in our wonderful prime rib sides. Now we're all good to go. Have somebody take it to the table and raise a glass with friends and family. Happy holidays.